We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin Stars! A 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page times Leno! Penix rolling out of the pocket to a strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fry Vogel again.
Welcome to the OYO podcast presented by Big Banter. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. You can follow me on Twitter at Bragley, B-R-A-G-G-L-E-Y. I'm sorry, X. On Twitter, it's at Bragley, B-R-A-G-G-L-E-Y. I'm here with my co-host, Brandon. You can follow him on X all day, every day at Brandon Dubich. That's Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. First day of fall camp, Brando. What is up?
What is up, man? I just get more and more excited for all the interviews. I mean, it's obviously hype season. Everyone's hopeful as soon as camp starts. But yeah,
I told you guys.
Positivity in the air, ready tonight to talk about Squanny.
So real quick,
that's a Pittsburgh person who went to Wisconsin.
That's awful. While we're on the topic, because I'm going to forget, I was watching like the player interviews from the Big Ten Media Day when they were with Dave. What's his name? Rebson? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They asked about Taven Jackson, and the answer from Jalen Lucas is worth just you guys looking that up on YouTube. Like it's incredible, and it's exactly what I told you guys. So, and with us again, as always, is producer Seth. If you haven't already done it on X, you can block him. You should block him. It's at Say Top 5, SETAH5. Seth, you do need to look up. Is there a way to see people who have blocked you?
I don't know. I've never really been curious to find that out.
I would actually do this or not. Is there a way to?
I don't know. There's enough that follow me now. It's kind of scary, but I was on X a lot today. Fortunately or unfortunately.
Too. Like the last
Seth,
few
did
days,
you listen to my Often Daunted podcast?
I did.
If you didn't, he had a lot of questions about you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he did talk about Seth a lot. He basically just said, like, I can't have Bragg on because he is too homer or whatever. Yes. I think is what he said. So whatever, dude. Whatever. Hey, at least
wanted to know if you were a real IU fan.
No,
wanted to know how you got involved in this. If we make you do this, which I was like, yes, we do. And the rest you'll have to check out. But he was interested in you. So I bet there's a decent amount of our listeners who are also. Maybe we'll do an Ask Seth anything.
Ooh, we should. Okay. Well, we should probably just try to squeeze one in sometime. I don't know. Maybe we instead of a Brando's Randos.
Maybe a Patreon episode, right? Patreons get an Ask Seth anything.
That's right. We've got some Patreon stuff going on. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. First, we're going to talk about Week 10, Wisconsin. That game's going to take place Saturday, November 4th. TV and time to be determined, I think. I haven't seen anything on it yet. Bloomington, Indiana, the Rock Memorial Stadium. This is a fun little history lesson. Last time we played them was 2020. In what I wrote down as the most exciting, boring game of football of all time. Final score 14 IU, 6 Wisconsin. So, and I think they scored a touchdown in that. Did they score a touchdown? Or two field goals? I think it was 2 field goals. I think it was 2. It was so boring and exciting at the same time. It was amazing. Defense played out of this world. Like, they were great in that game. I just remember, I don't remember a ton of it. I remember Jack Tuttle was pretty good. He had a good drive towards the end of the game, kind of sealed it. All-time record, IU 19, Wisconsin 41, with 2 ties in there. IU undefeated this decade. That's all that really matters.
Do we want to talk about potential kick times, or is that later?
Let's do it. Yeah, why not? Okay,
so
Seth says
Saturday
will not be prime time. He says.
So it's actually a really good day of Big Ten football. So you have Wisconsin, Indiana, which I think is probably slated for the 3:30 time slot. Big noon is going to be Penn State at Maryland.
You think
for
so?
sure?
Okay.
You got Purdue, Michigan.
I mean, you're 10 weeks in. Do you really think that Tua's brother stays healthy for that long?
Yes, of course he does. Like he's going to put together a full season.
Okay.
Then you got Purdue, Michigan.
That one's big noon, bro.
I don't know.
I think that was announced as prime time already. I believe that's 7 o'clock on Fox or I can't remember. I'll look it up now.
At Michigan, you should go if it's at Michigan, Seth. No, it's at Purdue. You don't know?
No, it's at Michigan. It's at Michigan. Okay. It's at Michigan. And then you got two horrible teams, but it'll be a good game: Nebraska, Michigan State. And then you have two teams that no one knows anything about in Illinois, Minnesota. So I mean, it's gonna be it's a good week. So I do think this game probably gets buried.
I've seen a lot of hype on Illinois over the last I remember I sent you guys all those screenshots or whatever from kind of the little clips from the Big Ten Media Day where a lot of people were picking Illinois to come out of the West. A lot of hype behind Illinois, and I don't get it. So
good. So what's higher on the pecking order, Big Ten Network or FS1? FS1's higher. Like it goes Fox, FS1, Big Ten.
Yeah. You're talking about televising games.
Correct.
Yeah. If anything outside of like Big Ten, you want to think of like the bottom tier. Like if you're watching basketball, right? You're not thinking like, oh, cool, this game's on FS1. You're like, yeah, this is on Fox Sports. The other one's like on BTN. Like nobody cares about that.
Yeah, this is a 3 o'clock BTN game. This is a 3 o'clock BTN.
I don't know if they do a 3 o'clock slot
or 3:30. Doesn't matter. 3 or 3:30.
Is it a nooner? You think you get a nooner in there? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It depends. Wisconsin's supposed to be pretty good, and we'll talk about them here in a minute.
I got takes.
I've got some takes too. I think their offense is nice, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. Their coach is effing Luke Fickell. We can't get away from this guy. First season in Wisconsin. To me, it was a shock. I forgot that he went there. I don't think he fits. I don't think he fits the Wisconsin culture. Go ahead, Seth.
Dude, you are so right. This was such a weird hire because I think he sees himself as like an Ohio State future coach.
Big time, big face coach.
Yeah. And I try to think of a parallel. And the scenario I got, it's like if you marry someone who's in love with your friend, but you know that friend isn't interested and she's clearly settling for you, but she also like made it so that she's living in the same neighborhood as that person so that she can kind of see him every so often and just check in on him. It's so weird and creepy.
So as soon as like a mid-level, high-end SEC job comes open, he's gone, right? This is simply a stepping stone for him.
If Ryan Day goes pro, if he goes somewhere else, he's immediately selling himself for Ohio State.
Yep. It just doesn't fit. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I hate to say this.
I think the Big Ten West. I'll get my takes out of here.
Go ahead.
I agree with everything you're saying. If he can recruit, I think he'll end up doing well. But he had loads of talent at Cincinnati. Loads of talent.
But he didn't. He didn't recruit well. He developed players pretty well. He had a couple studs. But let me look up Sauce. Go ahead. I bet you Sauce Gardner was nothing coming out of high school.
So my thing is, if okay, sure, develop, right? I don't think
3-star.
I don't think Fickell is a fit. I don't think Rule is a fit. I don't think Purdue's coach is a fit. I think Illinois' coach is weird, right? Bet Bielema, that doesn't match. Like, like Brett Bielema should be at Iowa. He should be at like Wisconsin. Brett Bielema doesn't make sense at Illinois. Like, I don't like any of the fits in the Big Ten West, to be completely honest with you.
Ferentz, that's the only one that fits, right? Yeah. And the clown up in
the clown at Minnesota
doesn't anywhere,
right? So again, I know the Big Ten West is going away, but like those schools are all weird. I don't like any of them, and I don't expect any of them to have success. Like out of all those schools, it won't be Nebraska. Do you see Rules already running off players?
Yeah,
He's had 3 transfers within the first weekend.
was that the Baylor kid? Did he transfer, or did he
Yeah,
just
'cause
talk
he
a
called
bunch
him
of crap
fat.
about him? Right? Yeah.
And then he just suspended a quarterback, and he was just like, "I'm gone. Like, I still can go to the portal. I'm gone." There was another defensive player who went into the portal. So Rule is going to crash and fail at that. I don't think Fickle crashes and fails, but I think the first good season he's gone. And Wisconsin, whether that's year 1 or year 3, I don't think he's there more than 5 years, which was
I
a
don't
dumb
think he's
hire
there
by
even that
Wisconsin.
long.
Yeah, right. Like he 2 to 4 is probably what he's there, and he's out the first chance he goes. So I don't think Brett Bielema. I think again they had hype last year, right? And they did well, but they also lost disappointing games. I think that's just what is going to get his MO, right? He's going to lose disappointing games, and Purdue's going to have a culture shock. They're going from one extreme to the other. Could it work? Possibly. I'm pessimistic. But this is a Wisconsin podcast, and everyone, we'll get into it in Dubich Sportsbook. Everyone is picking this team to win the West. I don't know. I don't have it that way. I do not have them that.
Their schedule, sneaky tough. Sneaky. Ooh, I think it's
their
sneaky
crossovers are easy, and their non-con.
I'm talking now. Listen, I think it gets easier after IU. I think it gets much easier towards the end of the season. But listen to this. Buffalo, top 3 MAC team at home, right? I'm not saying it's not an automatic win, but that's a tough game to start with. Buffalo at home, big time offense. You're at Wazoo, who you never know. You don't want to go there. You don't want to play at Wazoo. So you're there. You got Georgia Southern, sneaky good little team, right? At Purdue on a Friday night. And then you got the bye week. Here's an easy win. You got Rutgers at home. You got Iowa at home. Then you're at sneaky Illinois. And then you got Ohio State at home. Seth thinks 5 wins out of it. You're giving Iowa. Dude, Iowa. Tough,
I was good.
Man.
I was good. I was winning the West.
Iowa's a good, really good defense. Top 10 defense again, you think? At least top 10 secondary. Their secondary is incredible. But, dude, I don't know. I mean, out of this, maybe Georgia Southern, Rutgers.
I have 7
Buffalo.
5
I've got
Wisconsin.
easy W's. Buffalo, Georgia Southern, Rutgers. I'm telling you, watch out for Buffalo, dude. I'm telling you. I'm not saying they're going to win that game. That's a tough game to start with. But, yeah, I think it's sneaky tough. But that's their.
I think
out of this coming in, you got 7 and 5 total. Out of this coming in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sure.
6 and 2, 6, maybe 5 and 3 out of that.
Yeah, I have 5 and 3.
5 and 3. Do you think they lose at Illinois?
I think
I don't. I also don't think Tanner. God, I'm bringing us all over. I also
hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're gonna talk about it right now.
Braylon Allen's filthy though.
Key players. Yeah, well, we'll talk about him too. I didn't even think he was the best running back there. Key players, aka I wrote Transfer City, but they only got 13 transfers. But I swear all of them are in the next 3 positions we're going to talk about. So at quarterback, they have 3 transfers at quarterback. With one.
What happens when you have more than one?
You have 0. What happens when you have 3 though? It's like usually it's like, what happens when you have 2 quarterbacks? You have 0. What happens when you have 3? You just have a bunch of quarterbacks. So Tanner Mordecai coming in from Southern Methodist University, likely starter. Last year at SMU, which is a very pass-happy offense. When you think Wisconsin, do you think pass-happy? No. Very pass-happy offense in SMU. You want to talk about a shotgun spread offense, crazy offense. The dude was 65% throwing the football, 3,500 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions in what is a 0 defense league. And then he's got 2 other guys right behind him. Nick Evers. Why does that name sound so familiar from Oklahoma? Was he involved with IU at all? Or he's not from Indiana, right, Seth?
Highly touted prospect.
Okay. So Nick Evers out of Oklahoma and Braden Locke from Mississippi State. I believe he was a starter at some point or for a while at Mississippi State. That name sounds familiar. So he's got 3 guys coming in. Looks like Mordecai is going to start. Brandon, rip him apart. Go ahead.
He put up big stats against bad teams, right? He absolutely shredded. Listen to who he shredded. North Texas, Lamar,
Being green.
Navy, Tulsa, South Florida. Now let's look what he did against good teams. Struggled against Maryland. Struggled against TCU. Everyone does. Struggled against UCF. Struggled against Tulane.
Green wave, baby.
Only put up 23 points against BYU. When he played bad teams, he raked. When he played good teams, he struggled. Guess where he's going? To the Big Ten. Does the system fit? Sure. Is he going to have all the weapons and the great line? Sure. But if you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not. I don't think Tanner Mordecai is good.
Okay. I mean, he looks the part. He looks like a quarterback. That guy's
Go watch the go watch. Look what Tulane did to him. Look what Tulane did to him.
Tulane's nice, man. Preseason ranked, I think, 22, 23. But yeah, no, 100% agree with you.
30 for 50, 2 tutties, 2 interceptions.
You could go through that
30
entire schedule and pick out maybe 1, maybe 2 defenses that are better than the bottom tier defenses in the Big Ten, as far as overall athletes go and like the schemes and everything else. 100% agree with you. So this next guy, good luck beating him apart. Running back Braylon Allen. I mean, it's Wisconsin, so he's good. 2022 second team All Big Ten. 2023 first team All Big Ten preseason. Can I say something? I was surprised at that. I had to look that up. Didn't think he'd make first team All Big Ten with Corum. Everybody's losing their mind over Henderson, by the way, at Ohio State, thinking that he's going to be as good, if not better, than Corum. Disagree. But over 1,200 yards rushing last year, 11 touchdowns. Braylon Allen, if there is a weakness, doesn't catch the football. Granted, he had, I think, somebody that was blind or had no actual arm talent at all trying to throw the football
Graham
to him
Mertz.
last year. And
Graham Mertz.
Who, Brandon, has somehow transferred to Florida.
Florida's a dumpster fire, dude.
Bro, dude, remember, like, and this is, I'm not even trying to sound old because they were good within the last 10 years. But Florida, dude, if I told you I played football at Florida when we were growing up, I'd be one of the best football players in the entire country. Easy, automatic NFL player, like crazy, right? Now,
Yep.
if you say Florida, you're like, you mean like Florida State or like Atlantic? Like what? Not like Florida.
Central
right?
Florida, UCF, best
I
program
keep forgetting about UCF.
in Florida. Hot take.
Yeah. Seth, you
national
wanted to say
champions.
something. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna say Sexy Rexy. He lived that dream from Bloomington South to
Rex Grossman
UF.
to UF to the Bears, and then his dream died
Well,
when the Colts destroyed him in the Super Bowl.
in my heart.
At wide receiver, they've got a guy named Chamare. Is it Chamare? Jameer Dyke? 2022 with an incompetent quarterback. He had 47 catches, 689 yards, 6 touchdowns, and also ran for a touchdown. I think I was watching the game where he ran for a touchdown. 2023 second team All Preseason Big Ten. That was not the way you're supposed to say that, but you guys get it. Here comes some more transfers for you guys. You ready? Their top transfer of the year, CJ Williams, a wide receiver transfer out of USC. Will Pauling, who does not ring a bell at all for me, from Cincinnati, and Bryson Green from Oklahoma State. So their wide receiver core should be pretty good. But again, all of them in brand new system, never played in Wisconsin. Yeah, Seth.
You're missing one other important transfer, center Jake Renfro, who also followed him over from Cincinnati.
Renfro sounds familiar. Renfro.
He's a stud. He was I think he's the 4th or 5th center prospect as a junior.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep going on their offense. I mean, it's Wisconsin. I mean, we could name their entire offensive line and say, yeah, they're good.
And they are. They probably have 2 pros, maybe 3 pros on their offensive line.
Yeah, but granted, the guy that recruited them is now at IU. So there we go. And then at linebacker, on defense, I couldn't find a lot of talent. They lost a decent amount.
The guy that I'm going to try to say his name. Can I try?
Yeah, he's right here. You want to talk about him? Go ahead.
Mema Nyongmeta.
There you go. Good enough.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is a absolute tackling machine. 95 tackles, 10% of those in the backfield. It's 12 and a half tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 1 interception. This guy's a beast. He'll be playing on Sundays. They do have to return, or they do have to replace a lot, 2 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
Nick Herbig, outside linebacker, a 45. He was a menace to the Big Ten West for 2 or 3 years. Undersized, but he had huge production for them. And then a monster, the Steelers' second-round pick, Kenya Benton.
Interior lineman, right?
Yeah, D tackle. Just absolute monster of a human. Just an absolute lineman swallower.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good name for an interior defensive lineman. Talk some more about the rest of their linebacking crew.
Yeah. So again, they're gonna play another change. It seems like everyone's moving to the 3-3-5. They are moving from the 3-4 to the 3-3-5, which is another very non-Wisconsin. What did Wisconsin have? Outside linebackers that rushed, right?
Yeah.
TJ Watt. Recently, Nick Herbig. Now they move to a 3-3-5, which they aren't going to get sacks. They're to play sideline to sideline. They're to cover. And they got guys that are tackling machines, Jordan Turner and CJ Goetz, but these guys are converted linebackers. So while the talent's there, they'll be converting to new style of linebacker. They're not converted linebackers, but the linebackers that they were last year won't be the linebackers they are this year. How will they change that? You nailed it, Bragg, at the start. This isn't your father's Wisconsin. This isn't your brother's Wisconsin. This is going to be so different. Their offensive coordinator runs an air raid.
Yeah.
Literally. Phil Longo runs an air raid. We can't emphasize how different this offense and defense is going to be.
Yes, because it's going to be crazy. And when we talk about their offensive rankings from last year, I mean,
throw it away. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 91st in the country last year.
Neither does their defense.
77th in total or 77th in points per game. And then their defense was top 20 and everything. 11th in total defense, 17th in points per game. I just looked up to see if they had anything coming back on the outside as far as pass defense goes. A lot of it's gone. I mean, they're just older players. They've got a transfer coming in from Boston College that seems to get a decent amount of hype at safety. Looked up his stats, like 40 tackles last year, 1 pick. Like not anything that really jumps off the board.
How good is this team if they just keep everything together? If they just,
what is their ceiling?
No, like if they ran the ball and played defense, so good, dude.
But instead, they're going full air raid and
3-3-5 defense. They're taking, like, literally that's what Wisconsin did. They ran the ball and forced turnovers, limited possessions. Now they're going bend don't break defense while throwing the ball 50 times. It's going to be weird in a positive way for IU.
Am I allowed to give the over under, or are we saving this for the next segment?
No, you can. You can.
What do you think their ceiling is? Let's start. No, you know it. So let's go to Seth. Seth, what do you think their ceiling is?
9-3 Big West champs.
What is their floor?
6-6.
Yeah, 5-7, 7-6.
8.5. 8.5 over under. So your ceiling is right at where it needs to be.
I'm taking that. If they get to 8-4, which they could, I have them at 7-5. But if they get to 8-4, that's still plus 125.
They play Michigan, right? And Ohio State. Do they not?
No, they play Ohio State.
Michigan State then?
Yeah, no, they play Rutgers, IU, Ohio State.
Looking at Michigan, Wisconsin.
Their crossovers. I hate saying this. Their crossovers are pretty easy. Rutgers and IU.
Dude, you know what, man? Now looking at the rest of their schedule, I said it was tough because I didn't look at it. But Northwestern, Nebraska, at Wisconsin to finish the year, or at Minnesota to finish.
Minnesota beats them, by the way. Minnesota will beat them. Yes,
I'm such not a believer in Minnesota and whatever their quarterback is. I don't get it. I don't get the hype around it.
We rip on it. ESPN analytics have it basically a 50-50 game.
I mean, that's fine. Do we like ESPN analytics?
No, we hate it. It sucks. It's stupid.
Exactly. Okay.
Key matchups?
No. Oh yeah. Wait, I didn't do that part, so I didn't.
I mean, we can go 50,000-foot view on offense and defense, but like,
we already did that.
Who cares? They have everything's different. New head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Real quick. So we've obviously ripped Louisville and what we think will be the difficulty in change.
Yes.
We've ripped Purdue for the difficulty in change. This is the worst of them. I don't think any of the three work, to be completely honest. Because I don't think Jeff Brom's any good. I don't think Purdue's, I always forget his name, his head coach is any good. And I think Luke Fickell is overrated. IU with two horrible teams should have beat Cincinnati twice. 1 year with an absolutely stacked roster. Yep. I think what Wisconsin did was arguably the worst.
Yeah, totally agree. I thought Seth was going to say something. He's just staring into the camera.
He gave a little shrug. Gave a little.
I think you made him so mad, like ripping his former coach and then ripping his current coach. He's so.
And I asked a favor of him before the game.
He loves Luke Fickell. Oh, he loves Luke Fickell. So to destroy Luke Fickell and Jeff Brom and what I legitimately do not know what your new coach is called.
We bring it up like every 2 or 3 weeks, and I never remember.
I have no idea.
I think Brandon is completely right. The Wisconsin makes the least amount of sense because they have 2 amazing running backs and they're trying to implement an air raid. It just makes no sense. I just don't want to repeat it over and over again. It's just the truth.
And their offensive line is like
right.
Each running back could get 5 to 6 yards a carry, and they're going to run the ball 15 times. 20 if combined, if they're lucky.
You have a 3,000-yard rushing offense, and you're gonna try to pass for 4,500. What?
You have Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams, and you're gonna take the ball out of their hands,
dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm all for it though.
Let's get our key matchups done. I only have one, and it's crazy. I think this game is an absolute shootout. Like, I think it's nuts. Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Because I don't think either defense is going to be able to stop either offense. Because granted, they've got one very good linebacker, maybe 2. But nothing else jumped out to me defensively for them. It's got to be our offensive line against their defensive line, controlling the football. I do not think that we want to be in a shootout with them. I don't think that's what we want. I think we need to control the clock. I always say that it's boring. So I'm just going to stick with what I've got. I'm going to say it's a shootout. You got to score more points. So we got to have a little Taven Jackson domination. What do you guys got?
So I got 2, but they're the exact same thing. They're IU's corners against their wide receivers. You can't let their wide receivers make up for bad quarterback play.
Nobody's
just can't.
Big. Right? Nobody's really over 6'1".
No, but I mean, our cornerback room isn't exactly a strength. So I think if they could just play good defense against these wide receivers, they're going to struggle. And vice versa, I think our wide receivers need to make some plays. I think this is a bend, don't break defense. And if we have the ability to break this defense, their corners aren't strong. And while they have a transfer safety from Boston College, not shaking my boots. I think we need to take shots this game. We're not going to beat Wisconsin by ball control and running it. Their front 6, I guess now, is going to be too good. Just know that. You have to take shots. It's a cop-out answer. And this is not a prediction. This game's either going to be very close or an absolute blowout. It's not going to be like they slowly pull away, like it's close in the beginning and then gets out of hand by the 4th quarter. It's either going to be real tight or done in the 1st quarter.
You know what you could see? That does remind me about like one of the last times they played at IU, which would have been 2017 is I think the last time that I saw that. It was a Tigre Scales had an interception in that game. They wore the script Indiana helmet that was a American flag. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I've got one right
I
here.
love those
Got
helmets.
a mini
Those
one
helmets
right
are
here.
great.
Just hate the middle. I'm gonna grab it. Just hate the middle logo part of it on there. That's fine, Seth. There it is, right there. Yeah, they had this helmet on. I remember it. I was hammered drunk at this game. But I do remember it being a lot closer than what the final score was. I think it was like 42-17. So we could see one of those. Could see one of those.
I don't think so.
Seth, what do you guys got? Let's go. Let's wrap these key matchups
Yeah,
up. Let's get over to the
Brandon,
big part.
you and I had a crossover, so I'll just say that I had the Wisconsin O line. I think we talked about this a bunch. They produce big physical linemen. I think by what is this, their 7th or 8th game, 9th game of the season, they'll probably have figured out that running the ball is going to be their best recipe for success. And you'd hope that the Indiana front seven can match up against that and really put the game in Mordecai's hands, because as Brandon's pointed out,
He won't
I
be
don't
there
know
by
if he's
then.
really the what.
If they run the ball like that, he's going to the transfer portal. He's out.
Well,
Or no, it might be his last season. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just telling you, your best chance of winning this game is by making Mordecai beat you and
Yes.
limiting Allen and what is it, Malusi, as much as possible. So
What's his last name?
Malusi,
Is this the 5th-year senior guy?
was it
Chaz?
transfer from
Chad?
Louisiana?
Oh, not
State?
that guy. No, not that guy. No, this
that the
dude's been
guy?
at Wisconsin for a while. Louisiana State, also known as LSU, for anybody that doesn't pay attention.
So this is Braylon Allen's last year. He is currently rated the 2nd running back, going in the late 1st, early 2nd.
Oh yeah, I thought he was the 2nd best running back on the team.
They have him as they have him as the 2nd best.
I thought Jalen Berger was 1,000 times better than him. 1,000 times, but he got into some off the field stuff and transferred in, and just hasn't really done it since then. But Brandon, what's your second matchup?
No, so I did both of mine.
Okay.
It's IU wide receivers against their corners. Our corners against their wide receivers.
Seth, are you done, or are you looking something up? You're done. Okay. Moving on. Dubich Sportsbook. I don't like that. We got to find a different name. Dubich Sportsbook. What do you got?
So I'm fading all of these. I feel like the last couple times I've been like, take this bet, take that bet, take this bet. They currently have the 17th best odds to win the whole damn thing at plus 7,000. Not a chance in hell this team wins it all. They are plus 750 to win the Big Ten. 4th best odds. No chance in hell they are beating Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State. Plus 130 to win the West. I think they're probably the 3rd. I think they're the 3rd best. Possibly the 2nd best, but they're getting 1st best odds. No way I'm taking that at plus 130. I love Iowa at plus 250.
That's the
plus 250 to get, and I think they're the best team in the Big Ten West. Here's another insane one: plus 1,000 to make the playoff. How? If you lose to Ohio State, who is probably going to lose to Michigan or Penn State, and then you get blown out in the Big Ten championship, how do you that's just a really, really dumb bet. This is also a really dumb bet since their offensive scheme isn't going to call for it at all, and he doesn't catch the ball. Braylon Allen plus 6,000 to win the Heisman. Right? So, I mean, it's good odds, but there's not a chance. And then we already talked about it, over under 8.5. But here's where it's juicy. It's plus 125 if you take the under. And I think they're 7-5 and 8-4. I don't see where they get their 9th win. I don't see where they get their 9th win. Vegas has it minus 145 for the over. So I like Wisconsin under 8.5 at plus 125. I like that. And then, as I already referenced, the really stupid ESPN analytics had this as an 80% chance Wisconsin win. So,
you know what's crazy? 80%.
I was going to say 75, to be honest. I was going to say 75.
No, I mean, I don't
3 out of 4 games they win this. 1 out
Yeah.
of 4 maybe.
I don't fully disagree with it. But granted, we don't know. It could be really good. We could be just, whatever, what everybody expects. But that is such a big gap between Wisconsin and Ohio State. And I don't think between the two of them, granted, I do think Ohio State will beat them. I do not think that there's a 16% gap, 18% gap, right? They're only giving us like 2% to beat Ohio State. Like an 18% gap between the two teams. I don't
I do. I
that's
think Ohio
true.
State blows the freaking doors.
Oh, I don't.
I think they eat
It's in
Mordecai
Wisconsin.
a lot. And that's why I love that we play them afterwards. Like they could be dead and buried after Ohio State beats them by 40.
Seth thinks 3 straight losses going into the game. Iowa at Illinois, Ohio State.
Oh, it could be. They could be down bad.
They could be real bad.
Bad.
Real bad. That's why I was super hoping that we weren't getting the bye week right before, and we're not. We're getting it's bye week. Rutgers,
Man,
Iowa, Illinois.
I do not
Ohio
think
State.
we win this game, but yeah, if they haven't won in a month, if they haven't won in 28 days,
Yeah.
losing's infectious.
Yeah. Fire up the hot seat, Luke.
Speaking of losing, Malusi was Clemson. I got to clean that up.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for cleaning that up. Well, I thought my mistake on the interview with Josh was bad with Miles Jackson's interception, which was against Western Kentucky, not Maryland. I will clean that up. But yeah, no, that's bad. That's no good. Future Big Ten Clemson, right? Jason said no. I know. I prayed not for that to happen. Give me Stanford, Oregon, and Washington or whatever, please. But all right. Let's talk a little Monon Track Club. Oh, guys, if you guys subscribe to Patreon, you don't have to listen to this anymore. So I'm just saying, super quick word from our sponsor, Monon Track Club. Maybe I should make it a super long word, and then maybe more people will subscribe to Patreon. From Monon Track Club, MTC is Indiana's running brand built on a deep love for the sport and the Hoosier State. They craft products, tell stories, and create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, and add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes to shop, or for more details to shop their sick gear and check out their club runs and all that cool stuff that they do with all their runner stuff. As a thank you to our listeners, they're offering 10% off your order. Use promo code LEO10 at checkout. That's LEO10 at checkout. Speaking of checking stuff out, Seth and Brandon, guess what? First day of fall, first day of the LEO podcast, website and store is live. It's live, boys. We got a t-shirt.
One sale in the books. One sale in the books.
Yeah. Speaking of Monon Track Club, shout out. I'll give a shout out. First sale, Garrett Lawton bought a t-shirt and a sticker. Look at him.
People helping people.
People help
Beautiful
people.
thing.
Look at that. It's about time he paid us to do some sort of something for him. But yeah, we got a t-shirt. It's pretty cool. And a sticker. Real cool sticker. Rolled that out. The website is Bragley Productions, BRAGGLEY Productions.com. It'll take you right to the website. We are working on making that a lot easier, just podcastleo.com. But we will check that out. But go to BragleyProductions.com. We'll put this in the link as well.
What does the shirt look like?
Sick.
Check out our handle.
Just check it out. It's there. You can also read a lot about myself, see what we look like if you want to. A couple of us are decent looking, and then there's Seth. But yeah, you can check us out.
I'm catfishing a little bit. My picture's a couple years old on Twitter. I think my picture's just from over COVID, so I don't remember if it's 2020 or 2021.
Your picture that's on the website is not from Twitter.
Is it not? I forget what.
It's the Big Banter picture.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody hasn't seen the website yet, I don't think. But check it out. All you do, there's a shop. There's a shop part at the top. Seth, I don't remember. If you're doing it mobily, there's a what do they call it? A burger. There's the burger menu. That's what it's called. Like the 3 little lines. Seth just blew his mind. It's called a burger menu. So you just click on that and it'll show you home, about, and store or shop or something. Click on that, check it out. Shirts are fairly priced, and either we can do it tailgate pickup, which is a cool thing. You guys can come over, have a tailgate, have a beer, grab a shirt, whatever. Do it that way, or we can ship them to you. They're going to be in stock next week, so get them while they can. And there's limited. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not a salesman. It's not what I do. There are limited the first run with that. So also check out our Instagram. It is live. I'm not going to keep pushing Threads. I think Threads is dying, Seth. But check out our Instagram, and you guys need to follow. It's at Podcast LEO. It's the same thing it is on everything. And we're going to have a contest. We'll do it this way. This time we're going to get it done. Our 100th follower on Instagram, free t-shirt. Free new t-shirt. Get us to 100 followers. We have 500 some odd, maybe 600 at this point, people on Twitter. You guys can go to Instagram and follow us. I don't know, somewhere in there. And then on Patreon, I've teased it a little bit. I talked about it last week. You get a free LEO sticker with the membership. And then we'll have an exclusive discount code with anybody that joins our Patreon. It's I think it's patreon.com/podcast LEO. Either way, you can check out our Twitter bio for the link tree, and then it will be in that as well. So sign up and we'll get you an exclusive discount for our store, and you get a free sticker. So there you go. Moving on to Brando's Randos. What's up, buddy?
Already covered a lot. So mine, I had a long list. Now I have a short list.
Awesome.
Before Luke, so there's a little bit of a caveat. Before Luke Fickell, did you ever have anything bad to say about the Wisconsin football program?
I mean, when Brett Bielema was there, the coach was fat. But other than that, no, not really.
Just that they beat us senseless numerous times.
Yeah, did you guys knew like they were a doormat for a while, right? Like
They were literally
used to
IU
run-
in the 80s and 90s.
Like
I
I
was
used to
saying,
just run over. Like there was I think Anthony Thompson had 7 or 8 touchdowns in one game against Wisconsin. Crazy. And now they're like a decent program with a I don't know if they're good anymore. I don't know.
Like, so their basketball team, mostly because of their previous, well, even kind of their new head coach, like drove me up a wall, and they just had like a lot of hateable guys.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of a single Wisconsin football player that I'm like, screw that guy, man. I mean, Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson's a little cringy, but like,
Yeah.
he was only
but
there for
like-
a year. I don't consider him a Badger.
consider him more of a Badger than a wolf.
Than a wolf pack.
Yeah.
A wolf pack E.
One man wolf pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I was thinking about that, and I was like, I'm gonna hate Wisconsin because of Luke Fickell, but not, I can't think of any football player that I'm like, F that guy.
I can't
And-
either. I loved all of their running backs for years, dude.
Yeah.
For years, Monte Ball, Jonathan Taylor
There's a-
right now.
There's a few of their offensive linemen who became Bears that I eventually hated, like Gabe Karimi, who was just a terrible draft pick.
Oh, great
Um,
college player though.
Right, exactly. But they were fantastic at Wisconsin, so I can't hold that against them as a
About
Badger.
coaching, Seth.
Well, what was it, Dave? Oh God, yeah, we had some bad-
Wonstat?
No,
Wonstat?
that would have. No, it was after that.
Oh.
I'm blanking now.
I don't know. Who
Maybe
cares?
Mark Tressman. Ooh.
Bro, I saw your boy on quarterback talking to Mahomes. Who's your last coach?
Nagy.
Nagy. Yes, he's like the co-offensive coordinator or some sort of something.
Is there
with the Chiefs.
a more worthless position than being Patrick Mahomes' offensive coordinator? Like he ain't listening to anything you're saying.
Dude, he does listen to Andy Reid though. You watch
of
quarterback,
course.
right? He does listen to Andy Reid.
Of course, which is why I mean the offensive coordinator is worthless.
There is a more worthless position. It's Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Vikings, because Kirk Cousins does not listen to him. I don't know if you guys have watched that show or not. It's pretty funny. There's a play that almost cost the Vikings.
Yeah.
They
No,
ended
they-
up winning the game.
They
didn't
ended up winning that game because
Yeah.
Allen fumbled in the end zone.
Yeah, almost. That game was crazy.
It was an awesome
It
game.
was nuts.
So, all right. Since I'm going to jump ahead, we did this last week, and this may just be a staple of Brando's Randos. Luke Fickell is fill in the blank.
Vanilla pudding.
Fickle. Bitch.
Yeah, so Luke Fickell reminds me of the guy that works his way up through college football, gets to the big stage, and then just poops
Tell me he wasn't
all
a tight
down
ends
his
coach.
leg.
Wasn't he
like,
like,
wha-
a tight ends coach at Ohio State, or was he just a
Vanilla
tight end?
is so right. He the Archie Miller of coaches.
No, because he's won like important games. So no.
I mean, Archie got Dayton to the Elite Eight. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't
Bro,
matter.
I hate Archie Miller. Hate Archie Miller. You can't do this to me.
Is he Scott Frost? Look what Scott Frost did at UCF. I think that I was waiting for
Ooh,
it.
that's a good comparison.
Luke Fickell is Scott Frost.
He's not a Wisconsin
Potentially.
alum, but yes, yeah. Yeah, man. I could see that.
Last one. I had one about Tanner Mordecai, but I can't pile on the guy anymore. I think the listeners have got they have a feeling for what I think of him. The only bad thing I have to say about Wisconsin is that, I mean, they're bad. The Badgers rough. It's rough. So buy or sell Badger as a mascot. Honey Badger, all for it. Badger, I'm out.
Look at this picture of Luke Fickell. Oh wait, here's Wisdom. Look at him. Look at him. He's big, dude. 6'4". Big dude. By the way, so I've talked about this before. Huge Le Batard fan, right? And part of Dan Le Batard's show is they have Ron McGill. He's a zoo expert. He's like part of the Zoo Miami thing. He's like nationally known. He's huge, whatever, right? He loves the Badger. Loves the Badger. Loves the Honey Badger specifically.
Honey Badgers are awesome because they don't give an F.
He did just pick. I think he picked the Honey Badger. No, you know what? He picked the Jaguar too. There's something going around like Best of the Beasts or something on Twitter where he did pick the Jaguars to beat like everything. But Honey Badger is badass. But a Badger itself in general, like it's no different than like a Wolverine. I mean,
Dude, that's what I was going to say.
Different name.
It is the Walmart Wolverine,
Great
and
value.
its mascot looks like a skunk.
Yes, it looks like a skunk. It is a horrible design.
And I want to give it a Pepe Le Pew voice every time he talks. Like,
see, I'm selling the Badger as a mascot.
Okay, all right, I'm buying it though.
All right,
that's all I got.
Seth, what do you got?
All right, I got a bunch of stuff in here. I got some statements, some questions here. We didn't talk about how Jim Leonhard got screwed. He went from defensive coordinator to interim head coach to now he's with Brent Bielema as the defensive quality control guy, which is insane. Hope he gets a chance somewhere. Two weird announcements today. Of the top 4 tight ends on Wisconsin's roster, Clay Cundiff and Jack Eschenbach were both just not on the roster unexpectedly, which leaves Jack Pugh and Hayden Rucci as the only tight ends with experience. Very thin group, which is unexpected on most Wisconsin offenses.
Air raids don't run tight ends, so it doesn't matter.
They're going to run them off. All right, Bragg, you teased at this earlier. So we've seen 2 scenarios in the last 48 hours regarding Big Ten expansion. We've seen the Oregon, Washington, Clemson, Florida State package, which it seems like today has turned back into Oregon, Washington, Cal, and Stanford.
I love that so much better.
It's the
Let's
AAU,
talk this through.
right? Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
that's part of it.
So there's the athletic, whatever there's an
athletic
academic
union
part of it. Yes,
Mhm.
that the Big Ten requires, that Clemson and Florida State can't and won't meet.
So the reason I like that one is because the ACC is trash. Getting Florida State gets you nothing.
Clemson goes back to old Clemson, right? Sorry, Brandon. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah.
They go back to old Clemson, right? If they have to play against the Big Ten every single year. Because they can run through the ACC, run through it with DJ Ukulele. They can do like whatever they want in the ACC because it's trash.
I mean, they didn't. DJ sucks.
I understand,
but
Beaver, Seth. We talked about it.
I get what you're saying. But here's my reason I like the second one Seth proposed. You can't get Stanford without Cal.
Right. So
Cal is a weird one. I saw everyone's like, why Cal? Why Cal? They do nothing.
Berkeley.
It solidifies the West Coast. It's like you lock up all of California. You lock up the Pacific Northwest with Oregon and Washington. And what gets you closer to Notre Dame? Stanford. If you can have Michigan, Michigan State, USC, Stanford, you know how appealing that is to Notre Dame? SEC can't sell those matchups. Notre Dame is the crown jewel. I mean, I hate to say that, but I'm talking money, not as a football program. It's an overrated football program. But as far as money, which is all that freaking matters, Notre Dame's the crown jewel. Going Cal Stanford, bingo, way to go.
And
IU
here's
a
their
combined 2-5 against those 4 teams, by the way. Just so we throw
Notre Dame's traditional rivals: USC, Stanford, Michigan, Michigan State, and Purdue. All of which Big Ten.
Notre Dame is that who you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all their like trophy games. Some of them have been
But they
retired
can't.
now.
They're not allowed to play Michigan anymore, right?
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
some of them retired now.
Yeah.
But those are the traditional ones back to like the golden times.
Just so that and nobody has to look it up. They've never played Stanford. IU's never played Stanford. 2-1 against, or 1-2 against Oregon. Last win in 2004 for IU. But before that was 63-64 for Oregon. They haven't played Cal since 1970. That's 2-0 for Cal. And then they're 2-1 against Washington, the last game in 2003. And before that, it was in the late 70s. IU won those
Seattle,
two.
all of Oregon, and then the research facilities, which you need research facilities to get the snooty non-athletic departments to sign off on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got
And
all
really,
of California
you're not
at that
getting-
point. You've got
yeah.
all of California.
And you're not getting them for the research facilities. You're getting them for Notre Dame. But don't tell the PhDs.
Right. I don't want Notre Dame, though.
Oh, come on. You know
The
how
Big
much
Ten
money,
does.
you know how much money IU gets? You pretty much, I'm making this up, but it wouldn't shock me if you had Notre Dame and the revenue sharing doubles.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Speaking of
Doubles.
money and IU, if you haven't seen it, which you've seen it at this point. IU finally getting an all football weight room, and in typical IU football fan fashion, every single person, without just saying like, "Oh, this is great. Let's concentrate on how great this is." Everybody goes, "Time for a new indoor facility. Let's take down Mellencamp. Time for an indoor. Let's tie in the indoor. Everybody, let's do the indoor. Just enjoy the good news. Start there, you jacks." And then we'll go and get the indoor. You know what?
Those
You
are all
guys
the
buy-
basketball guys. The
you
guys
guys
that
buy
do that are
enough shirts?
basketball guys.
You guys buy enough shirts, it'll be the LEO podcast indoor facility. I'm just saying. Subscribe to Patreon and we'll fund that. We'll do it. All right, what else?
All right. So we just talked about that. Let's play that out, and let's go ahead and say that we get the West Coast foursome added again.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Does that make the post Penn State editions of Nebraska, Rutgers, and Maryland look better or worse?
Completely irrelevant. Those
Right?
three.
Okay.
Completely. Rutgers is irrelevant. Penn State.
I disagree.
Hold on. Maryland. What was it? Nebraska?
Nebraska,
You don't need
Rutgers, and
Nebraska.
Maryland.
Nebraska can go back to the Big 12. Doesn't hurt us.
Would you
Rutgers
you'd
is
trade
irrelevant.
Nebraska for Notre Dame in a heartbeat, right?
Oh yeah, any day of the week.
Because if we have to max out at 20, we got to get rid of somebody at some point.
I don't think you max out at 20. I think you get 24.
Where's North Carolina going?
So the reason I don't think it's irrelevant is it makes us coast to coast. Penn State is not coast, telling you. But Rutgers, New York City.
We're not talking about Penn
Maryland.
State. We're not talking about Penn State. We're talking about Nebraska, Maryland, Rutgers.
No, but he's
So
saying if we don't have those, we don't touch. The Big Ten doesn't touch the
Oh,
Atlantic
okay.
Ocean.
I see what. Yeah, but you're adding
And
somebody,
that's so
right?
But again, so you got to think of this as
no,
what
I
you're
see
taking to
saying.
networks.
I see what you're saying.
You're
Okay.
telling networks we have games.
I've got DC,
Jersey
Nebraska,
at
and
noon.
New
in
Jersey.
4 time zones. We are in 4 time zones from noon till 1:30 a.m. You are blanketed with coverage.
That is so appealing to the
Mhm.
TV markets.
Okay.
You're going to get 14 hours of coverage every Saturday. You know what they can then sell to their advertisers? That's all that matters. So, yes, Rutgers, Maryland, say what you want. It's not about if the schools are good or not. It's the brand positioning. It's all about brand positioning. Rutgers and Maryland are hugely valued just so you can say you go coast to coast. That's it.
And you are turning which ad time that you couldn't give away at 1 a.m. Sunday morning. You are now crunch time, West Coast, primetime football. You are maxing out the ad revenue for what used to be dead air.
Everyone is watching USC Oregon at midnight.
Mhm.
Everyone is.
45, 42.
Do you think the curmudgeon Ohio State fan was watching that? Nope.
They're
Now
still not
they
watching it. They don't care about anybody
100%
but
they're
Yes,
Ohio
they do.
State.
100%
Yes, they
they're
do
watching
care.
that.
They're scouters, baby. They want to see every single potential rival they're going to have to play.
They're gross.
That's what
Just
they do.
Awful people.
They listen to our podcast just so they can pretend they know the insight on
Good.
Indiana football.
Tell me that you guys heard it. Tell me that you heard me call you gross, awful people if you guys really listen to this. And then I'm going to tell you you're a gross, awful person for listening to this podcast when we're talking about Wisconsin. You know what? You guys owe us some rent. Help us with the indoor facility. You owe us some rent because of clearly we're living rent free.
Yeah, I'm with you on Nebraska, but you just can't kick out of school. They'll never kick out of school. I'm with Nebraska still head scratching.
They will kick out of school. They will kick out of school. If the
will
Big
not.
12 comes running,
If Notre Dame doubles the revenue, Nebraska is gone.
Why are we stopping at 20 then?
Well,
I know
that's
this
a fair
podcast
point.
is
I didn't
going
consider
super
that.
long.
All right.
This podcast is going super long, but like so like I was having a conversation with a friend. You know what this turns into 10 years from now?
no.
2035. This is AFC NFC. There is no more college football. There is 48 to 72 teams. Right? And
What does that do to the MAC and like all that other stuff? I don't
Does not matter. Does not
Okay.
matter. The money is so large at that point. It's already $1 billion industry. When it's a $3 to $4 billion industry, we don't care about Western Michigan. I'm sorry, Bronco fans.
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
I don't think it's gonna get there.
It's a minor league.
Yeah.
It's not
It's a
even a
feeder
minor
system.
league. It's not even that. It's. I hate this because I hate talking soccer. It's literally Premier League and Champions League without the
No,
relegation.
different.
Without the relegation, there is no
Champions League's
relegation.
different.
Well, whatever.
Championship is what it's
Whatever
called.
under
the
the
next
Premier
tier
League.
down is the championship is what it's called.
Sure.
I know it sounds weird, but it's the next tier down.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what becomes college football, like literally like soccer style tiers where like the second tier has their own playoff. You know, UCF and Boise State can now play for a national championship. And I think that'll get ton of media. I think it'll do
A
better
heartbeat.
now. I think UCF Boise State in a national championship does better than it ends in the Aloha Bowl,
Yeah.
or New Mexico or Potato Bowl.
I just love college football. I don't want it to turn into that.
It's going to. I think it is. Not for a while. 10, 12 years,
It's still too
2035,
soon.
2036. I think it turns into those tiers. I do. I think there's 2 tiers.
All right.
I
let me
think
get
you
these.
just get into I just think you get into major conferences and then you develop divisions within the conference, but I don't think it gets split.
Kind of
in
sounds like the
half.
NFL. Kind of sounds like the NFL.
But I'm just saying I don't think it gets split in half. I think you've got 4 major conferences maybe,
2.
and then you're expanding the playoff, and then you're fine.
All right. Let's get through my last 2 here real quick so we can wrap this up.
Please.
Preseason watch list: Sean Racker on the Patrick Manley watch, longtime
You.
bear for long snappers, and then James Evans on the Ray Guy watch. Both those preseason, so really
Nice.
cool. Fall roster and team pictures were released today. Maybe a few minor changes, but pretty firm on who the players are going to be coming
Mhm.
week 1.
For all the questions about Samson James, we don't know. We don't know either. Good luck to him wherever he is at or wherever he's at going on with his life. Is that all you got? That's it? Okay. Are we done? We're
Done.
done. Okay. Be sure to check out our pod on X, Instagram. I said Threads. It doesn't matter. It's all at Podcast LEO. Everything's at Podcast LEO. Make sure you follow us on follow our new partner at Big Banter Sports for all the latest updates involving our podcast as well as the other 13 crappy football teams in the conference. Be sure to download, rate, review, and follow on all of our platforms. And seriously, check out the store again if you guys missed that part or like jumped over it, whatever. New podcast website is up. It's bragleyproductions.com, BRAGGLEY productions.com, all one word. And then join us next week as we preview the matchup against our nasty neighbors to the west, Illinois.
If you want us here to talk more conference alignment, let us know in the DMs or on our Patreon. I love this stuff. I find it insanely interesting.
We'll have a branch off. It'll just be Brandon and Seth talking conference alignment. I'm going to go do something else.
You think I made up all those points on my own? I've read and listened to
corner.
so much.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go cry in a corner, and you guys can talk conference realignment, whatever it is. Call me whatever you want in that scenario. That's fine. When it comes to conference realignment, I will be that person. Yeah, that's it. Elio. He said it.
Elio. Awesome day. Elio. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Elio. All right, great. Elio. Appreciate you guys. Elio. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Elio. Have a great day. Elio. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Elio. Oh, thank you so much. Elio. Well, thanks so much, Elio. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Elio. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. Elio. Awesome. Elio. Elio.